many people can't grasp this. They think, well, there must have been a time when it stopped being a fish and, but there wasn't. It just gradually changed.
Okay, will you allow me, given this, which I completely understand, you have to allow me my explanation for the chicken and the egg.
Okay.
Okay, so I tell people, but I've never gotten your blessings on this. Can I use that word with you?
Yeah, of course. I'm all for blessings.
Okay. So I simply tell people, they say, what came first, chicken or the egg? I said, the egg. It was just laid by a bird that was not a chicken.
Yes.
That's a fair statement.
Laid by a dinosaur.
I'm compressing
Yes.
a billion, 100 million years of time there.
Yes.
But at some point, you're going to say what comes out of the egg is a chicken, but that's a genetic alteration from the previous generation.
But there never was a moment when a bird that was not a chicken gave rise to a chicken. It never was.
Of course. So this is a very compressed.
Yes.
It's a shorthand.
Yes.
For what you just said with the book of your ancestors.
Yes.
Going back to the fish.
Yes. I once had a letter from a lawyer who said, roughly speaking, evolution can't be true because a species is defined as members can always interbreed with each other. And you can't imagine that there was a time when child generation was incapable of breeding with the previous generation. Of course, you couldn't. But he thought that meant that somehow evolution was invalid. He couldn't grasp
that everything was specially created.
Yeah. Everything is, it's a gradual process all the way through.